You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and this is Soft Tsundere Friend Dresses Up as a Neko by coco-chan ASMR. This is a bit of an interesting one because there's a lot kind of going on here, which is the fact that I definitely can probably discern that this is unscripted. I think this channel generally does unscripted. But this is interesting because of the quips and also the nature of the character itself. So I'll go over the summary for you. It's rather simple. It's another one of those quip ones. So the summary will be quite simple. In this case, you have this girl, with you who dresses up as a Neko, I believe, for your birthday. And, she dresses up for you, and, that's a real pow wow pity pity patty happy day for you, I guess. But she comes in, she's like and eventually she says like, oh, you're weird for wanting this and whatnot, and eventually she says like, oh, well, how about we play a game where you sit in one corner of the room and don't talk to me, and I'll sit in the other corner and I don't talk to you, which is a bit off-putting. And then it goes to this part where she's like, oh, well, narrating stuff can be kind of hard, and it's like, oh, your boss is so difficult, he's a productive member of society. And then it goes on for a little rant about that, and then it just ends. She's like, oh, well, we're at the end of the video. And that's how it goes. That's a summary. It sounded very broken, almost. It kind of feels like that in the summary. Meaning the main strengths of this are the quips. The quips are, for the most part, very good. Some lack impact just a little bit, but others are very creative and very good. So with that, I'll try and go over some of them. So the first one I found kind of funny is where she's like, look, they're my thigh highs. Which is just kind of funny that she mentions thigh highs, because I think to myself, thigh highs don't exist outside of like anime or Japan. So hearing this girl with a kind of European sounding accent, I wouldn't know. It just sounds kind of funny for her to say thigh highs. I don't know if she actually wears thigh highs or what. I mean, really, the only like white people I see wear thigh highs are like these women who like anime, so they like mimic it or whatever. I think I've seen like Falling Shadow wearing thigh highs or something. I don't know, but anyway. She mentions at the beginning, like I said, there's this line where she says, "You're kind of weird and wrong for wanting this, right?" But she says in the beginning, "I lost the bet, so I'm a cat." So I guess she lost some bet, as part of that. Come here, let me give you a huggy. That was another one of the good ones. Those are my two favorite lines, is, oh, look at my thigh highs, and come and give me a huggy. Two real simple stuff, but, it's the simple things that please, right? But you have that. She says, the interesting thing is because, well, I shouldn't say because, she has this, she's a soft tsundere, but it's an interesting type of tsundere, and that's really the most interesting part about this, which is that this is not a stereotypical tsundere. This is more of a meh, I don't care, bleh kind of tsundere, rather than like a semi-bully or like an aggressive kind of type, which I like. Like I've said, I like the moderate tsundere. I think moderate tsundere is better than extreme tsundere in general cases, and I think this is a good example of that in the kind of like bleh way. And like maybe like the emo tomboyish kind of element. That is some real old school language, right? Emo tomboy? Where you at, boy? But like that kind of element, that kind of feel where she's like dressed up as a Neko, and I'm like, yeah. And she says she was embarrassed at first, but now she isn't, which is nice. Again, a bit of a tomboy impression. She's like, whatever it is, so I do like that. There's this one weird part where, well, she wants you to like give her a towel, and she's like, she's like reaching for your head or whatever, and I guess you're hiding it from her. And that part feels kind of... It was good, but it felt kind of off somehow. Again, my biggest problem with this, other than some of the lines lacking impact on occasion, is I don't know why things are happening. Like, again, that one line where she's like, oh, well, how about we go to different corners of the room and don't talk? It's like, I get that you're supposed to be like a tsundere, but I thought you at least liked me. I mean, what's with that? That seems kind of mean. I don't know. And then you're like taking this towel from her or whatever, and she says some kind of not nice things about you there. I think she says she'll kill you or whatever, and it's like... And again, you have that on top of the other, like, wholesome, happy lines. Like the hug lines and whatnot, and it's like... It just feels kind of like it clashes. It feels kind of... I don't know, you know what I mean? So... That's really, like, my two biggest problems with this. I mean, the lines generally are good. The lines themselves are good. All the lines, I would say, are good. Which not everyone can do, by the way. Not everyone can have all their lines be good. But I find some are definitely more memorable than others. And also, I find you won't appreciate them as much unless you are a bit of a more deep connoisseur of ASMR. In other words, like I said, come here for a huggy. That's a minor line. I don't think most people would appreciate a line like that, really, as a singularity, right? But I do, right? So with that, if there's anything else I could point out... No, that's pretty much it. The lines themselves, pretty creative, pretty good. They do lack impact to a little bit of an extent. I would say rewatches benefit this one. You rewatch this more, and you discern the lines more, and it does help. It does make it better, which not everyone is. There are a lot of audios that are just worse on rewatches, simply. I would say this is generally better on rewatches for the most part. But some things clash, and I feel kind of... I find it difficult to discern the motivation of this character. Last thing I would mention is that the audio is kind of quiet. If you're not listening on headphones. I had it on Bloody Max audio, and I had trouble hearing. And part of that is because the audio itself is too low, but I also feel like she talks a little bit quiet. Not in like a whispering way, but I don't know. Maybe she could talk closer to her mic or something. Just in general. On part of just raising the audio, but that would be my suggestion. So last thing I'd talk about is the art, if I could, which is very basic. You just have this like Japanese bedroom look, and this like girl, black hair, white shirt, smiling, basic thing. Not even with a Neko thing on the title, I don't believe, so... Basic, art's fine. So, last thing for that is the rating. Audio, 3 out of 5. Because 2 out of 5 is when I have to listen with headphones. But I will say, it's just barely a 3 out of 5. And, you know, I already made my point on that. Wholesome rating, 5 out of 5. Very cute, good on that angle. Overall rating, 7 out of 10. Rank good. So, you know, that's what that is. Coco-chan... I think I've been a regular sub for a while, so yeah, like you, and you know, that's how it goes. So, thank you for watching. I'm Spaghetti King. I love you all, and farewell.